Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have another showcase for you today in the Fantasy Cup, and we're taking a look at Double Trump. So the question of the day is, is Double Trump going to be good in this meta? And to be honest, I feel like it's not the greatest because we do have a lot of steel types that are really strong, like Reggie Steel, we have Escavalier, we have Empoleon, Magnezone, Solgaleo, a lot of Pokemon that I've seen a good amount of times, but at the same time, we also have Dragon types, so, it could work. Obviously, steel types, if you're running Double Fairy, you don't want to see Steel type, so Lucario being that fighting type in the lead seems to make sense. But yeah, we're taking a look at a 5-0, but at the same time, we're also really early into the season. But nonetheless, we can still go ahead and take a look at it and see how this trainer plays and everything else. See what they go up against as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into these battles and see what we got going on for us. And also, I'm curious if you're playing the Open Great League or the Fantasy Cup. I've been enjoying the Fantasy Cup, to be honest with you. I love my Ultra League, you know that. So that's what I've been playing, and it's been going really well for me. If you watch my 14-1 run, we did really well, continuing to do really well. Switched up the team a little bit, using different teams, but it's been going really well. But anyway, I battled the Fledgers a couple times myself. Not too often, but you see it here and there. So this game, we're going to go ahead and go for the Crunch. That will pick up the shield. You'd love to see it. I guess, to be fair, they had to shield that Crunch, because even though it's resisted, the charms afterwards are doing a lot of damage. Look at that, the Gramble's still going to be able to charm down. So, if you get him in the right matchup, if you go up against a good team, yeah, obviously Double Charm can dominate. I have seen Double Dragon, so it is a thing, right? Anyway, we're looking at a Solgaleo right now. This Solgaleo is going to go ahead and go for a Flamethrower. That will be enough to KO. And in comes this Gramble. Gramble barely able to get off this close combat. This is going to KO the Steel type. It's a Steel and Psychic type, so it's taking neutral damage, but barely able to take that one. Good game. Good game. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Lucario into Melmetal. I would say this is good, but you do have to shield the superpower. Okay, Sylveon coming in, so a Charm Music coming in, and out comes Clefable. So Charm versus Charm. Who wins this one? Is it Sylveon? Is it Clefable? I guess if you shield, maybe you could charm down. A charm did go through, right? So you could probably charm. Oh, are they both going to KO at the same time? No, Clefable barely able to win that one. Literally hanging on with 1 HP and a dream. And now you can throw that move, but no, the Dragonite comes in and they Dragon Breath down a Charm User. Oh my gosh. But out comes Gramble. Gramble loves this matchup. The opponent will be able to get off an attack. Obviously, it's not Hurricane. It's going to be Dragon Claw. That is double resisted. No problem. Out comes Melmetal. Melmetal will be hit with the Crunch. The Crunch makes sense because first of all, you don't debuff yourself. But second of all, you have a chance to debuff your opponent, which would be really nice. Not going to be able to do that, though. The Melmetal is charging up. Out comes Lucario. I don't know. The Superpower will do a lot. Do you shield this? It's a Rock Slide. Beautiful call. So now this should be a good game. Lucario is going to go ahead and shield this one up. It is that superpower now. And honestly, even if they get off another superpower and KO the Lucario, you could charm down that Melmetal. Good game, able to take that one. But also had a pretty good lead. Okay, going up against a Charm User. This is not good. Even though you're a Steel type, you're also a Fighting type. So you're taking a lot as well. And I battled, believe it or not, I actually battled a lot of Gardevoir. A lot of Gardevoir and a lot of Sylveon if we're talking Charm Users. I've also battled Quick Attack Sylveon as well, which is pretty cool. So Mini Mesh going to not connect because the opponent will shield it. Do you shield to take switch advantage, or do you let this go? I'm going to go ahead and shield it. So able to take switch advantage. And now out comes Sandslash. Ooh, Sandslash going to be able to farm that down. Okay, so let's see what decides to... Well, obviously we know what's coming in. Lucario. That's Metal Claw, I think, right? Sylveon coming out. So Lucario going to be able to go for this Shadow Ball. So the opponent's running Double Charm as well, but it's an ABA Charm with a Charm User in the lead, and then one in the back as well. But again, we're early on in the season, obviously low ranks for all of us, right? So you never know what you're going to battle. You can battle super unique teams, and that's totally cool. You love to see it. Ooh, a Draining Kit. I didn't even know Sylveon learned Draining Kits, but very cool nonetheless. Gramble is able to farm down. And Sandslash is coming in. Going to be hit with this close combat. Close combat, easily going to be able to knock out the Alolan Sandslash. And that is going to be a good game. Very well played to both trainers, but able to take that one. And yeah, very well done. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. just a moment, and then we'll have the next battle pulled up for us. Okay, looks like I forgot to edit out this part, but that is okay, not a big deal. Shouldn't be too long before this trainer finds a battle, and here we go. Able to find a battle. And it's going to be Lucario into Rayquaza. I actually battled I think I battled a couple of Rayquaza. Very interesting. So the Rayquaza stayed in for way too long. Out comes Metagross. I battled a Metagross as well early on in the season. Yeah, that Rayquaza stayed in for a little bit too long. But the Meteor is coming out right now. We'll pick up the shield. You love to see it. Is Metagross farming down? It looks like they are farming down. They are farming down. But Metagross is pretty squishy, right? In the Ultra League. Certainly in the Great League, if it was in the Great League. But it took a lot of damage from Charm. An attack coming in. Going to go ahead and shield. It's going to be a Flash Cannon. So definitely a unique move on Metagross. Maybe they don't have the Community Day move. That could be a thing, right? So out comes Rayquaza. Out comes Granbull. What does it have? Obviously the new move, Breaking Swipe, I think it's called. And there it is, Breaking Swipe. Don't have to shield that. The attack did fall. In comes Florges. And okay, able to get off a Crunch. Very nice, you love to see it. So this Crunch is coming out. And it's going to connect. And you love to see it. The opponent going to go ahead and throw an attack. Is it worth using the shield? Okay, not going to use the shield to summon voice. Not actually able to KO it though. But yeah, this should be a win anyway, even if the Rayquaza can farm down, which it probably can. No, it can't. Never mind. Rayquaza just goes down. Rayquaza is one charm away from going down. Good game. Moving on, we have a Lucario into a Giratina. Okay. So you do have two answers, obviously, in the back to Giratina, especially a Dragon Breath one. But because it's Dragon Breath, you're resisting it. However, Lucario is still taking a lot because it's really squishy. Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a switch out. But I guess wanting to go for the Shadow Ball maybe, and then maybe we'll see switch out after the Shadow Ball. Do they shield? They do shield, and now they switch into Clefable. And now out comes Togekiss, so it's another Charm user from the opponent as well. Trying to get to a Meaty Mash. Able to get to the Meaty Mash. Will the opponent commit this shield? Because if they do, the opponent will be out of shields. And they do not commit that shield. What's in the back? Empoleon. Okay, so you definitely want to bring Empoleon into the Clefable because it is resisting Charm, even though it's still taking a lot of damage, and it wants to avoid the Lucario, right? So definitely an error on the opponent's end, but that's okay. Maybe it was a misclick. We all make mistakes. I certainly do. So there's nothing wrong with that. So Lucario going to go ahead and definitely shield it up, get off the Power Punch. The main goal of getting off Power Punch is to boost the counter attack, right? And we do see that shield. And yep, okay, so Empoleon does farm down, but Empoleon's so low, one Charm should be enough to KO. Definitely want to shield this. You want to shield Empoleon over Giratina's attacks, right? So Giratina is coming in. You literally take nothing from the Dragon Breath damage. And Giratina is going to go ahead and go for a Shadow Sneak. Decent damage, I guess, to be fair, but it's not enough to threaten the Granbull, and out comes the Empoleon, and one Charm will be able to KO that Empoleon. That's going to be a great game. Thank you so much for sharing your battle experiences with us, as always. Featured this trainer for a long time. I always appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.